Hi guys, nice to see you again. How are you this week? What have you been up to at home? Have you been gardening? Have you planted some seeds, or have you even started a compost? Do you want to come and have a look at the patch? Let's see how it's grown. Come on, I'll show you through. Let's have a look at our beautiful signs. Thanks again guys in our garden class. They look beautiful. Let's see how our garden's growing. Welcome to the patch. Isn't that a beautiful sign? It makes you feel loved and welcome. Our resting garden is growing and resting, but it's also quite busy for a resting garden. Look at this. We've got our bees. This is a honeybee. We've also got some native bees. Let's see if we can see them. Here they are. These are our little friends. These little native bees pollinate just like the honeybees do, and they make honey, but only about 1 kilo a year. But look, they're friends. They're just hanging in there. They're even social distancing, look at that. They're each on their own flower, but they're still part of the plant, which is still part of the garden. Just like we're all part of school, even though we're apart at the moment. Look, oh dear, we've got a visitor. I don't think we're meant to have grasshoppers in our garden. They're eating things, oh dear. We also have a beautiful butterfly, but this one is actually a cabbage moth butterfly. It's not so good for the garden. Can you see any holes that the caterpillars have been eating? Uh-oh, that's not so good in the garden. Our dianthus is still growing, and the tomatoes, well, they're going a little bit mildew, and the tomatoes aren't ripening. I think we might need to prune them a little bit to help them to keep growing. The silver beet's still growing nicely, isn't it? So let's have a look over here. Wow, these tomatoes are quite tall, and the beans and the parsley are going nicely. The lettuce is still quite tasty. Let's have a taste of this one. So sweet. It's very refreshing lettuce. Wow, look at our pumpkins. Are you ready to see how much it's grown? Wow, it's nearly up the archway. All this from compost. I think that it has outgrown its own plot. Look, it's taking over. It's taking over the poor scarecrow's plot. And this is our red cabbage. It doesn't look very red, but did you know you can use these leaves for dye if you don't have any paint at home? Let's have a look at our cauliflowers. They've also been eaten. Oh dear, we'll have to investigate that. Look at all those holes. Do you remember that white butterfly that we saw? It lays eggs, and when it lays eggs, the caterpillars hatch. And when the caterpillars come out, they're hungry little caterpillars. And look how much they have eaten. Dear me, we might have to deter them and stop them eating our food. Over here we've got something else in the patch. Can you see that? We've also got something else out of balance here. Oh dear, we've got snails in the garden. I thought there was something wrong with my lettuce last week. Lucky I didn't eat a snail. Let's have a look at our beans. Are you ready? I think they've grown. Wow, let's see how tall it is. Wow, that is quite tall, isn't it? Let's see if there are any beans growing. So these are the bean flowers. Aren't they lovely? We saw those last week. And after the bean flowers, when they grow, let's keep investigating. Let's have a look and see if we can find any beans. Aha, I spy my little eye, something starting with B. Here's some beans here. They're not quite ready yet, but they'll be ready maybe in the next week. And look at our baby corn. Do you know when the corn is ready? When it's here, has gone brown, and once it's gone brown, then we'll know that inside the corn is ready. We planted the beans and the corn together because they're good companions, and these beautiful corn stalks are really good stakes for the beans. They're very supportive, like good friends are. Let's have a look what else we've got in the garden today. So this is our bee patch, and you can see that we've had a lot of parsley that we popped in. And it's growing quite nicely. We've also got some calendula. Aren't they lovely? I quite like calendulas. Did you know that you can eat the petals of a calendula too? They're nice as decorations on cakes. And we've got over here some more, and the stingless bees love the calendulas. We've got beautiful tall marigolds. I think they've even grown taller than last week. I think over here we've also got some more holes in our leaves. What could that mean? I think it's a butterfly. Oh, there's one butterfly, but that's the cabbage moth. I wonder if they've been eating our mandarins. There's another stingless bee. And look at our buckwheat. Our buckwheat is now ready to harvest. So what we will do is we will save these seeds ready for next time. If I pop those into a little container, they'll be ready to put in the garden next time. We've still got some lovely parsley. Let's see how much the leek has grown. We've actually got 3 leeks in there. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3. And we've also got some more snails. Oh dear, we need to get some coffee grounds in here, I think. And some mint. I do like mint. Mint is quite tasty. Very refreshing. Then over here we have the bush garden. The bush food garden is growing nicely. It's also resting because it's not its season at the moment. So let's have a look at the mandarin. My little friend has just brought me a lemon to have a look at. Can you see the colour of that? Isn't it beautiful? Ah, if you scratch the rind, it smells so lovely. As you can smell the oil in it. And as our capsicums are growing, when they turn red we can eat them, or we can eat them as green capsicums too. But you can see that the capsicum plant is not as healthy as it normally is, so we might need to give it some fertilizer. And then we've got over here, so we're going to explore this garden. Let's see how much our pumpkins are grown. Do you think they're taller than me yet? Are you ready? Get set. Wow, they are taller than the fence line. They have grown so much. And look at our lemons and our bees. Let's have a look, see here. Let's have a look. There's quite a few bees in here. Let's see how many we can see. So as the garden is growing, and it will continue to grow, just like you will continue to learn. At home or at school, we can all learn together. So from here at the patch, I hope that you have a lovely Easter. I hope that you get some time to relax and to enjoy the family time. I hope that you get to play and to explore and to read and to do so many wonderful drawings. I hope that whatever you do in the holidays, you enjoy your staycation. From here at the patch with the busy bees and our little garden friends, have a great Easter.